Peep game, family. I am perfectly of sane mind, fresh off a workout. But I'm going to just get straight to it. America is a scam. SCAM. One of the biggest scams ever. Everything that they taught you here, literally, you have to unlearn that and learn what's really going on. This is going to have a few people in their feelings if you're not where I'm at mentally. So if you're not where I'm at mentally, I think you should probably start on the basis of your name, things of that nature. But let's go into why America is a big scam and how I came to this assumption with facts as well. So during my life, I went to public school just like a lot of people from my community, a lot of colored people, you know. And when I went to school, I was always rebellious. I would get into fights. People was bigger than me. I'd break them down to size. Literally, I'd step on their ankle, hit them over the head with something, pick up something, throw at them, put them in the chokehold. Things, I was just always rebellious because I was short and I felt like I had something to prove. I'm 5'10" now, so I ain't that short. But, you know, when you're young, you feel like you got something to prove. The Napoleon syndrome. I guess that's what they call it. If I'm incorrect, oh well. But yeah, during class, they had I pledge allegiance, and after a while I stopped standing for that because every day I didn't want to stand for that. I didn't stand for that, so I got in trouble. And this is how I knew I was kind of different because I didn't like what was going on. Only classes I really liked was gym. What else? It was really gym. I always wanted to be active. I always wanted to move. I was a boy. And coming up, I don't believe that we had gym for as many periods that we had anything else. And that was why I got everything out, all my expressions, my creativity, my enzymes, things that kept my mind thinking, things that kept me sharp. And the school system didn't allow me to do that. But when I was in high school, what happened in high school was I went to school in Connecticut. And then when I came back to New York, I had to make up some credits. So gym was one of the classes that I had to make up. I had to make up a lot of credits. So I was doing a lot of gym classes in high school. And that's why I finally learned how to put in pain on the ball and work out. You know, but it took for me being held back for me to get all this gym time. Now, mind you, I still didn't go to the gym, had no gym membership, wasn't in no sports teams or anything like that, right? But I knew gym was something I always wanted to do. I'm a boy. I like to roam. I like to run. So fast forward, I become an adult, and I'm going through a lot. Like, I'm going through a lot mentally. Suicide. I wanted to kill myself. I didn't know what I was here for. So as I'm going through this, I didn't have no male figure to talk to about this stuff. It was just me figuring this stuff out and people in my community. But I always knew I had like something different about me to not go the way that everybody else was going. People was either getting locked up, indicted, getting in trouble, having beef, and I didn't deal with any of that. So I escaped a lot of that. And as a man, I started to wonder about a lot of things like, why am I not here? Why do I keep giving up? Why do I keep, not moving on as fast as everybody else? Why is everybody else doing this? Why everybody else doing that? And lo and behold, when you think about all the things you went through and why you're in the position that you're in, is because communication is number one. We're not taught to communicate in America. We're taught to listen and we're taught to obey and to follow rules. We're not taught communication. Communication is the number one thing that helps people in this world, is to communicate. Communication in order for you to have a community. Now, you see I'm a fair skin, I'm melanated. I don't use that black word for me. Y'all could use the word black for y'all, but I don't consider myself black. I don't consider myself part of that community because we don't have no community. They don't have a community, I should say. Color of skin don't mean you part of that community. I'm not saying I'm part of any other Caucasian or whatever other community, but I'm not part of the black community because what they done to black people is what I did not want to be. And luckily, I'm still here. I'm able to maneuver You know, I'm not 100% free because nobody's 100% free, but I'm not of that circle. I wasn't put in jail. I wasn't all that, but I beat all those odds. And I come to say this, that everything that I was taught that I thought was right when the pandemic struck, it just taught me so much more, that I was worth so much more, and that everything that I was doing was a scam. And I asked myself, why am I here? Why am I really living in this society when it's just all a scam? Money, not real. The society's not real. All the buildings around us, you know what's under that? Dirt. And you know what's under that? Your nutrition. Water you gotta pay for. You gotta have a fishing license. Mind you, I don't eat meat. You gotta pay to travel. You gotta pay for everything. Everything costs. Your lights, your refrigerator, your this, your that. You gotta get up and go to work to just pay people off, make other people rich. And the people who do get rich, more power to them, it's all a game, it's all a system. The biggest scam is you go to school, you listen to what we tell you, and when you listen to what we tell you, we reward you. We reward you with a job, or you go to college and you become in debt. You owe Asiago, Fettuccine. How am I owing Fettuccine Asiago to learn? I don't feel like I'm part of this community that the world put me here to be in. And if I am, I'm just another statistic. You know, when they give you terms like, oh, you from the hood, so you underprivileged, poor, things of that nature. But I'm rich in spirit. You know, I got heart, I got compassion. But the place that we in doesn't. They take advantage of you from when you were born. You sign that birth certificate, what happened? Collateral. Social security number. They pulling from that. That light bill that you struggling to pay, they pulling from that. You know, the phone bill that you paying, they pulling from that. Your car insurance, they pulling from that. Sending you statements every month, you thinking it's bills. And then it's a fight when you figure out what the hell is really going on. This may sound foreign, but it's just one big old game and one big scam. School, work, everything, no free thinkers. How is the person who created this educational system say, I don't want people to be free thinkers, I want a nation full of workers? And people still believe in that system. You don't want to think for yourself, you want somebody else to tell you what to think. You want somebody else to design your life. You want somebody to do your hair. You want somebody to do your eyebrows. You want somebody to do your eyelashes. You want to pay somebody to do your nails. You want to pay somebody to wax you. Personal hygiene is personal hygiene. And if it is, you're not going to the... Where's the community, baby? They strip you of your identity. Do you know who you really are? Do you know who you really are? America will promise you something and then give you the runaround. And then promise you something else and give you a runaround. Then promise you something else and give you a runaround. Then promise you something else and give you a runaround. I don't see why food that comes from the ground has... You know what food should be paid for? Snacks. Things that's really man-made. Things that come out of the earth shouldn't be paid for. But things that people create, yes. That should be paid for. that should be paid for. But air, like, just think about it. People get in trouble and go to court if they collect rainwater. That's illegal? That's a crime? To collect rain that's falling from the sky? Oh, wow. They got it sold up. I'm not saying that they not smart. I'm not saying that they ain't got this in a bag, but they got it sold up to the point where you fall for anything and stand for nothing. And I've been had this mindset, I've been on it, but I fell back, and it's like something's telling me to just speak out and just be about what I'm really about in life. Don't kill yourself. Like, even medicine, man, even medicine that they give you, they hook, like, America is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Like, the doctors don't know what they doing. The teachers don't know what they doing. And here's the caveat, here's the big thing. People will get mad at you for you telling them that they don't know what they're doing, right? But I could admit I didn't know what I was doing until I figured out, damn, everything is really a scam, even the stuff that I was doing. Most people won't admit that because they feel like they went to school and did everything they were supposed to do, but that's not the case. It don't matter if you went to school. Everything you've been taught is bullshit. It's a lie. America tricked you. They got you sold up. They got you believing that politicians are gonna save you. They got you believing that the Bible and Jesus is coming to save you. They got you believing that the president is gonna save you. They got you believing that if you go to work, then you'll eventually be able to buy this house for 30 years, which is a mortgage. Death, 30 years. Who is consistent for 30 years to pay off a house? Not a lot of people, especially if you don't got a community to pay off that loan, that system. They break you down from top to bottom, bottom to top, from your roots to your top of the tree. They chopping away. America is a scam. You brush your teeth with stuff that's fluoride, and they say, oh, fluoride is good for you, but it clogs your pineal. And when your pineal is clogged, you can not really think. The food that they give you, they spraying pesticides. The perfume that you putting on your body is equivalent to pesticides. The food is canned, it's preserved. So them ingredients is killing you. Everything that you touch, the things that you wash your dishes with is killing you. The grease that you putting in your hair is killing you. The lotion is killing you, boy. How is this allowed? Oh, we could put small doses of this inside of the ingredients and the FDA approve of it, so it's good. And we don't have to tell you all the ingredients that we put in the food that can make you sick, change your hormones, things of that nature. I ask myself at times, why am I even living? Why am I even here? How did I get here? This is not fun. This is not enjoyable. This is very, very disturbing. I'm disturbed. The food, everything, I'm disturbed. I just want to be a soul. I don't even want to deal with this. My daughter is But me personally, I had enough. I'm up to here with it, bro. I'm up to here with it. Like, I'm done. And then it's so hard for people around you to get on the same page so we can all just see what this what this thing called America has done to you. It's done a lot. It shaped you. And since you have your dreams or your beliefs, you don't want to believe what's being shown right in front of you. You still want to go with the flow because you feel like you got more life to live. You don't want to stop talking to people or distance yourself from them or tell them that they're wrong because you're scared of a relationship. To lose a relationship or not speak to somebody or not be on the same page as them. Damn. America's a scam, man. Woo! One big old scam. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think.